is up, legendaries? It is Ameenha Lee. So in this video, I am pretty much discussing why is Madison Beer one underrated and why is she not further along in her career? Is it because of her looks? Isn't she too pretty? Is she too perfect looking? And these are comments that somebody told me on TikTok. So in the following videos, I respond to people on TikTok and we're just questioning why Madison Beer is just not further along in her career. And the ultimate question is it because she is too pretty? So let's get straight into it. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more legendary videos, of course. So, unpopular opinion, no lie. Why is Madison Beer not bigger than her career? Like, why is it not globally known? If you know what I mean. She came up on my Explore page and then I was just like, oh my god, like I used to love that song with her and Offset. She's really talented. But then I do remember during the time where she did videos and people were blaming like, oh my god, like I can never look like Madison Beer, pretty much placing their insecurities on the poor girl. And like her music is everything. Her fashion is cute. She's very beautiful, but I'm like, why is her career not bigger than what it is? This is a totally opinionated post, but I just don't get it. Like, she has good music, she's talented. I remember that time they were saying that she was copying somebody else, and I didn't get it, but I don't know. Is it like, should she change up her style in music? Should she change her hair color? I don't get it. Like, I feel like she has the total package. I really just don't get it. I don't know. Someone let me know their thoughts below. Alright, legendary. So before we get into the next video, I want to give you guys a little PSA because I think people misunderstood where I was coming from on TikTok. So I replied to a comment and they stated that they think Madison Beer is receiving the quote-unquote Megan Fox treatment where her beauty and her looks are seen more with her talent being how can I say this, more as a second factor instead of the first factor. So I responded to the comment and I mentioned the actress Megan Good, who is equally as beautiful and talented. So she said in the interview there was a time where she wanted more serious roles instead of just being seen as the pretty girl and everything. I will definitely link the interview down below if people don't believe me. And in the video I bring it up and I'm like, you know, Megan Good, she wanted more serious roles, and I bring up Rue from Euphoria, who is portrayed by Zendaya. And somebody thought that I was saying that Zendaya wasn't receiving the roles because she wasn't pretty. No, I'm focusing on Madison, and we're just coming up with various theories as to why she is not more mainstream, all this different type of stuff. So I just want to clear that up. I think somebody misconstrued what I was coming from. What I'm basically saying is this type of thing with pretty privilege can affect various people, but with Megan Good in her instance, she didn't receive the roles that she wanted to get because, you know, she was seen as a certain way. But there's women like Zendaya, Margot Robbie, Angelina Jolie, who were drop dead gorgeous, and their talent is more seen as the first factor instead of the second factor, with that being their beauty. So I just want to clear that up. So let's get right back into it. So in my previous video, I asked why doesn't Madison Beer have a career that's as big as Ariana Grande, Billie Eilish, Olivia Rodrigo, Sabrina Carpenter, and the list goes on. But this comment, I think, is one of the main reasons why. I think it's the Megan Fox effect. Her beauty and perceived perfection seems to take away from her talent or discredit it in a way. And this is so crazy because last semester I did a whole presentation how pretty privilege affects people in their everyday lives. You know what? It is pretty unfortunate, but it is true that some women are going to be jealous of other women because of their looks. So in my presentation, I discussed Megan Good, who is obviously beautiful and gorgeous. And she talked about in her career how she would always get the roles of like the pretty girl and never a role that was something that was serious, like a Rue from Euphoria, or like a role that would propel her in acting besides her being the pretty girl. And she said she had to come to a conclusion and tell people like, hey, like I just don't want to get these roles. Like I really want to showcase my talent. I do feel like this is definitely one reason why Madison Beer
is not at the level where she is because of course people being jealous and all that. But I feel like in order for Madison Beer to get to the level where she needs to be, even though she has said she's grateful for people who listen to her music, is for one to probably differentiate herself, whether it's like something simple like a hairstyle. Beyonce did it, Ariana Grande did it, Nicki Minaj did early in her career. Or maybe she can have an alter ego, and maybe on her next single and her next album she can showcase, let's say, like all these like plastic surgery scars and just scars on her face, just to show the effects from social media, and just maybe to show the effects of people talking about her looks nonstop and pinning her looks over her talent. I did a whole presentation, and nobody can ever convince me that pretty privilege will never ever affect the way you are perceived in your everyday life. Someone changed my mind otherwise. So let's break this down again, where sometimes your beauty can overshadow your talent. Not sure why somebody said that I said Zendaya was not good looking because the girl is gorgeous. If I ever said that, somebody has kidnapped me. The whole point of my Madison Beer video was that, one, I believe she is underrated, and two, that people focus on her looks instead of her talents. Now, when it comes to Zendaya and other beautiful, talented women in the entertainment industry, she's shockingly gorgeous, but at the same time, her talent matches her beauty. People aren't saying, man, Zendaya, she didn't deserve those awards because she's only beautiful. No, the girl is talented. When it comes to Zendaya being a talented actress, her beauty is more of a second factor, with her talent being the first factor. So she has both benefits of being talented and beautiful. Now back to Madison Beer, since I gotta break it down for y'all. The girl is talented and she's beautiful, but most of the time when I've looked on TikTok and, you know, social media period, I literally see more people talk about her looks than her songs. People will be like, oh my god, this girl is so beautiful, but then be like, oh, she has new music coming out? I didn't know that. Some people, not all people. Now, some people are saying that she's marketed as an influencer. Personally, I think that the girl needs a shock factor to just make her stick out, whether it's an alter ego, new hair, something that's going to make probably people take her serious. And people say that she's not relatable. That's on y'all, but I can see where you guys are coming from. It's like with social media, you see a pretty person on your Explore page and they'll probably get a whole bunch of followers, right? But on the other hand, there are content creators who are equally talented and have good looks, and people love that, okay? So they have a good face while talking, do whatever they do on social media, and at the same time, they're talented. Just to break it down, since some people don't understand, Zendaya's beauty doesn't overshadow her talent, but when it comes to Madison Beer, her beauty overshadows her talent. That's it. Follow for more though.
But I would totally love to know your thoughts regarding Madison Beer. Going on TikTok, I'm going to put the link for my socials below. A lot of people had different things to say. People said that she was quote unquote too perfect looking, which I've never heard before. I would love that compliment. They said that her music is not good. They mentioned her with Justin Bieber and that quote unquote alliance when she was younger, and pretty much her hanging out with influencers, a whole bunch of different stuff. And I honestly love to hear the negative and I love to hear the positive, because we all are entitled to our own opinion. So I love to hear it all, but I would love to know your thoughts as well. Comment down below, why do you think Madison Beer is not at the level where she is at? And I'll be linking all my socials below, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And for all of my new and returning legendaries, hope you guys have a blessed day, and I love you guys.